Okay, Unit 5, Day 1, Proportions and Similarity. A ratio is a comparison of two numbers by division. So basically, a fraction. We can write ratios several different ways. All ratios should be written in simplest form. So because all fractions can be written as decimals, it is sometimes easier to write them in decimal form. So these are different ways we're going to do to write it in simplest form. Okay? So 45, we can put it with a colon. We don't always have to do it as a fraction. So we need to simplify. So we need to find out what goes into 340 along with 45. So you don't have to find the biggest one first. Obviously 5 does. So if you divide by 5, you're going to get 9. And if you do 340 divided by 5, you get 68. Now the only thing is, does 3 or 9 go into 68? No, it does not. And so that is simplest form. 6 days to 2 weeks. Well, 6, 2 can be reduced to 3 days to 1 week. 18 to 24. What goes into both 18 and 24? Well, 2, 3. But the biggest one is 6, so why not just divide by that if you know it? So 18 divided by 6 is 3. And 24 divided by 6 is 4. 10 kilometers to 20,000 meters. Well, 10 goes into both. So 1 kilometer to, just take off a 0, 2,000 meters. 75 over 400. Well, obviously 5 goes into both. So 75 divided by 5 is 15. And 400 divided by 5 is 80. Oh wait though, 5 goes into both of those. And if you think about it, 25 goes into 75 and 400 if you thought about that right away. If not, no big deal. So divide by 5 again, and we get 3. And 80 divided by 5 is 16. And that's it. And 24 inches to 3 feet. Well, divide by 3. So 8 inches to 1 foot. And those are all simplified. So these also show you the 3 different ways that you can write ratios. With a colon, with the word to, or as a fraction. Okay, so some important things you're going to need here. 1 foot is 12 inches. 1 yard is 3 feet. 1 mile is 5,280 feet. 1 meter is how many centimeters? Well, we're going to go down here and do a little reminder on how easy metric is. So this is going to be your base units in the middle. And this is going to be liter, meter, and gram. And then we have king, hectare, does, drink, chocolate, milk. And this is kilo, hecto, deca, deci, centi, and milli. So kilometer, kiloliter, decimeter, decameter, decagram, centigram. So 1 meter, we're right here. How many centimeters is that? Well, you're going to move the decimal 2 places to the right. So that's 100 centimeters. 1 kilometer is over here. How many meters is that? Well, you're going to move the decimal 1, 2, 3 places to the right. So that's 1,000 meters. It's a very easy way to work with metric. Proportions. A proportion is an equal equation that shows 2 equal ratios. Well, every time you ever reduced a fraction since like 4th grade, you were doing a proportion. So like if you divide by 10, you get 2/3. That's a proportion. To solve a proportion, we should cross multiply. So we're going to do 3 times 60 equal to 15 times b. So 15b equals 180. And then we divide by 15, and b is 180 divided by 15 is 12. Oh, and real quick, the beautiful thing about this is you can take 3 over 12 and turn it into a decimal, and just do 3 divided by 12, and you get 0.25. And if you take 15 over 60 and do 15 divided by 60 on the calculator, you're going to get 0.25, and that proves that you got the right answer. So you can check your work. So 6x times 30, if you want to just do it right away and do 180x, 6 times 30, equals 24 times 35. If you want to just go ahead and do that right away, you can. 840. And then we're just going to divide 840 by 180. And we're going to get 4.6 repeating, which hopefully you know that's also 4 2/3 as a fraction. 0.3 repeating is 1/3, 0.6 repeating is 2/3. Okay, we're going to do this here. 3 times 35, now be careful, equals, remember, when you multiply these, you've got to distribute the 15. So 15 times 2 is 30x, and 15 times 1 is 15. So we're going to subtract 15 from both sides. So 105 minus 15, we're moving it over, is 90. And then when we divide by 30, x equals 3. Okay? Distribute 8 times x and 8 times negative 2. It's not 8x minus 2, it's 8x minus 16. Is equal to 4 times 4, 16. Now I'm going to add 16 to both sides and get 32. When I divide by 8, I get 4. And if I plug that back in here, 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 over 4 is 1/2. 4 over 8 is 1/2. Okay, application problems. The ratio of children to adults. Now when you have something like this, I like to put a word fraction first. You can put either one on top, but at least be consistent. So the ratio of adults, children to adults at a holiday party is 5 to 2. So that's 5 children for every 2 adults. If there are 1,440 adults at the parade, how many children are there? If it's the same ratio. So where do adults go? Down here. Where does my unknown go? Right there. How many children? So that should be up with the children. So if I multiply, 2x equals 1440 times 5. 7,200. And then I divide by 2, I get 3,600. But I don't just leave it there because it's a word problem. So it should be 3,600 children. I want a word answer for a word problem. Okay, hiking symbol on a trail is 3 inches wide and 2.5 inches tall. So width over height, or W over T if you want, whatever. So it's 3 wide, 2.5 tall. The actual symbol will be 10 inches tall on the sign. So where's tall or height? Here. Find the width. So that's up top. So 2.5 times x equals 3 times 10. And then I just divide 30, divide by 2.5, and I get x equals 12. And remember, word problem, word answer. Use the units. And that's it.